as you said, they've been here for 2-3 days. We've seen a lot of games from Todd, and actually Sen saw a lot of those games as well. Maybe it's a little bit of mind game, because basically every single PvZ that Todd played, look at Todd. Todd looks satisfied. All right, that's how I deal with roaches.
Okay, so I'm trying to think of how to say not bad in a French accent.
Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad.
No, but what I want to say is that it's surprising to see Todd like this. 2 base all in, which is something he stated several times he doesn't really like, and in general doesn't do very often.
He's just been mind gaming Sin all weekend. Yeah. He's just going to 2 base all in every game.
Nah, I doubt that.
Nah, me too.
Maybe it had to do a lot with the fact where Sen indeed chose to expand. If Sen would have expanded at the right bottom or the 4 o'clock position, then maybe Todd would have played completely different.
I think it has everything to do with that. That's an expansion that you can't allow a Zerg to take. It's easily punishable, and Todd showed us exactly how and exactly why. So guys, that is game number 1, brought to you by Epson Projectors. The screens you have right now, Epson Projectors. So you'll head over to epson.com/gaming. Anybody here tonight, I believe it's 25% off. So that's pretty sweet. The Epson guy's in the house somewhere. Where are you, Epson guy? Hey, Epson guy! So cheer for the Epson guy. Epson Projectors are how we make StarCraft happen. So thanks so much for your support, Epson. And now we're going to kick it to a short commercial break as we set up game number 2. So don't go anywhere. Lots more StarCraft 2, lots more Sin versus Todd still to follow. And we're still here. Okay, cool.
Smart.
Very smart. So let's find out what map these players want. Is
Belshire
doing that? Belshire Beach?
Yep.
All right. Easy. Easy. I got this. Belshire Beach Winter. Wow. You ever want to see somebody act silly just showing themselves on camera? No? No? Y'all not feeling that one? Alright, so jazz hands whenever we're back. Players are ready. Are we back? We're not back yet. Case in point. Oh man, thanks a lot for coming out tonight, guys. We really appreciate it. We love all the support. Now I want you to cheer just as loud for NASL subscriptions. Oh, come on.
It's probably cheaper than coming out here every Sunday.
It probably is, if you really were to tally it up. Yeah.
Get drunk in the end. The guy in the back is like, no, come here every Sunday. It's Cloud.
Left side of the room is... Carlo, how did you get here? Jazz hands? All right. We are back at the Anthill Pub in Irvine, California. How about that first game, folks? All right. Well done. Was that the cry I heard from the left side of the room? All right, I'm feeling it. It is.
This crowd, man. I'm not feeling it.
The guy loves the flannel shirts. Game 2 of Todd versus Sin going to be on Belshire Beach Winter. And that was, of course, Sin's choice. Eager to see what he busts out here, Kev. After getting smacked around a little in Game 1.
Yep. No, Game 2, as you said, Belshire Beach. Todd, of course, spawning in the right bottom side of the map, and Sen spawning in the left top side. If Todd wants to play in a similar style as he did Shakuras, it's going to be a lot harder for him, since this map is so much more open. There's just a lot of space, and even pushing a third base is going to be just in general a lot harder. So I think we're going to see a different game. Hopefully, we're going to see Todd a little bit more passive, a little bit more macro style, since despite, I mean, we don't really see a lot of Todd, because he's been in Korea, he's been practicing a lot. And in general, when he flies out to participate in a tournament, it's one of the toughest tournaments around.
You're right.
Like he went to IPL, but IPL was just really hard. No Forkner made it through the open bracket. But from what we've seen and what we have to believe is that Todd has improved a lot in Korea, and I'm really eager to see some of that.
Last time I saw Todd play was, or in a foreign tournament, was actually a DreamHack winner last year. Had a decent run, got you got through all the groups, I think, and then ended up getting knocked out in the bracket stage. But still made he made some really great play. And something about Todd, you know, he's one of the better foreigners in the scene, and not many people talk about him because he flies so under the radar. He just doesn't go out of his way to show up at all these foreign events. He just wants to train and continue to get better.
Yeah, it's kind of like Sasa and Naniwa, even though Naniwa, of course, had a lot of great success. But Sasa, people starting to realize right now how good he really is.
Yeah.
And I really think the same is going to happen with Todd. What a lot of people forgot or just didn't notice in the first place is that Todd did actually win a major tournament in Europe, which was the Samsung European Cyber Games. But it was played at the same weekend as 2 other big tournaments were going on. So not a lot of people actually really followed that tournament because the other tournaments were bigger and more interesting. But Todd, representing France, managed to win that tournament, beating Nurcho, I believe 4-2 in the final. And well, anybody who ever played Nurcho in PvZ, I can say that that's quite the achievement because that's really, really hard to do.
Some of the best in Europe. Nurcho was a very high-placing foreigner at the DreamHack event that just wrapped up today. So, I mean, there's more credibility to that Nurcho pedigree. What is Sin doing?
Yeah, what is Sin doing? He still didn't expand. He's just making links even before he expanded, even though his hedge is not getting blocked. He's going for 8 links, so he really wants to go for a small run by. He did have vision with the Overlord.
No, Todd hasn't built. Okay, there's the forge.
But I think right now Todd is going to stop all probe production, and with one more gate and then a cannon behind it, I think he's going to be fine. And Sen is actually putting himself behind quite a bit.
Yeah, Todd has seen these lings coming out. He's got a probe up on Sin's side of the map, and so he needs to start a cannon. He's got the money for that. He's gonna need 150 medals for another gateway, and will that be a tight wall? I wonder. I don't know if it will be.
Should be more than fine. It is fine.
Okay. Lings will start picking away at that gateway immediately. I don't know if it's going to be fine, Kev. That gateway's going to fall, and Sin going to walk right. Maybe it's going to fall. I swear I think it's going to. And yes, it does go down, and Sin does get in, and
wow,
it's going to be Lings
that's a lot of
probes.
Lings.
It is a lot of Lings. 8 Zerglings, all of them at full health. And Todd's in a little bit of trouble.
Well, you don't really want to fight 8 links with probes only, so this is actually going to be really annoying for Todd. He cancels the cannon, he's chrono boosting out this Zealot probably. That's exactly what he does, but still, this is actually really good for Sen.
Yeah,
Took
so
a little bit of a risk, but worked out.
So far it has worked out. Todd hasn't lost any probes yet, and he's microing fairly well. No probes, still no probes good. Finally one falls.
Now, but he's losing a lot of mining time already, and it's going to take quite a while before he will be able to take out all these links. So this is really good for Sen. This is so annoying to deal with if you play Protoss.
Still, Todd continues to micro well, loses a couple more probes, but the Zealot is here. So if he controls everything perfectly, he may be out of the woods here. I don't know. There's still a lot of Zerglings.
It's a lot of Zerglings. And meanwhile, Sen is just
running
running up.
Base, Kev.
There are too many Zerglings in Todd's
How
base.
did they get here? They killed my gateway.
Todd is not pleased right now. Todd has been pleased all weekend long, but this is the first time he's not pleased.
Zealot going to continue chasing these Zerglings around as Todd tries to get back to his build. Sin is just droning. He's taking a pretty fast third base. And is continuing to pull ahead economically. It's 25 probes to 27 drones, and it's still fairly early in this game. Sin's going to be able to pull well ahead.
Yep, he should be able to pick up at least a few more additional probes. Picks up one more. And look at those links. They're all solo. At least 3 of them are solo on HP.
Yeah.
That's Sen micro.
Indeed. Still, I'm impressed with Todd's ability to avoid the worst of this damage. He's only lost 4 probes. Now he's going to pull the rest to trap these Zerglings. Well done, Todd. Only 1 ling. Yeah. Will not represent much of a threat anymore. And still no Stalker out. It's because the Cyber Core is not done.
He will be able to finally clean this up, but not before. Sen is already getting his third base, as you mentioned before. And this also, like, this delayed everything for Todd. So if Todd had something planned like he did on Shakura, there's no way it's ever going to work, because it's going to be so much easier for Sen to react properly. And more importantly, unlike Shakura's, he's going to have much better creep spread. And as we all know, Roaches on creep are like 3 times as good as Roaches off creep.
One more.
What?
Well, you said on twice.
Oh, sorry.
That's why it was funny. I giggled.
I'll make you giggle later.
What? Please. That sounds awful. All right, so this is where PVZ gets really hard on Belshir Beach, as the Protoss player has so much difficulty in securing a third. Todd's going to be sitting on 2 bases for a long time, and he may never take a third. Zealots are going to try poking around up in the top of Sin's third. If we get a single drone kill, might get a second here.
Not bad.
Well, this is not that bad. He does get a couple of drones, confirms that the third base is there, and we'll be able to sort of move into his mid-game, at least being pretty well informed. Sin's not going to mind the drone losses so much.
I feel Sen is sacrificing these overlords a little bit too early, because there's really not all that much to see. This is the second overlord that he sacrificed, but he should have realized how much he delayed everything up top. That right now there's just not all that much to see. Now we do see robotics and Twilight Council going up, so kind of wonder. We saw Cruncher going for DT drops yesterday, but I guess this is going to be Blink Stalker Observer play.
Yeah, it still feels like it's going to be a Blink build, but DT drop is pretty cool.
It's very
Cruncher
cool.
almost made it work, man. He didn't have the same multitasking as
Select.
Exactly, as Select.
The man we're going to see here next week. It's going to be awesome as well. Select against Violet.
Will be a lot of fun.
Violet had a pretty good run as well in the MLG today.
Yeah, had a lot of big wins. I did not expect him to be able to beat Huck as handily as he did. That was a 3-0. So right now, go ahead.
Sen's main base right now is up to layer, so we're going to get a much better indication of what he's actually up to. We see the Roach Wine is going up. Zergling speed is being researched as well, something he didn't research in the previous game. And now Roach speed being going down as well. I'm not sure if he's on double Evo chamber, no, single for now.
He is up to 70 drones, which means his economy is absolutely booming. 2,200 minerals per minute to about 1,500. About even in terms of gas intake. 14 roaches at once for Sin as he throws down a macro hatchery.
Most importantly though, he has so much better creep spread. He's actually getting a Hydralisk gun as well this game, which if Todd would stay on 2 bases is going to help out a ton.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Kylie is really distracting me here. He's just kind of messing with the microphones a little bit. It's all good though, as Todd does push out, secure some tower control, but really, wow, he's going to go ahead and throw down a third. There is no way that he holds this, at least not in my opinion.
He's starting Immortal production as well, but I'm gonna have to agree with you. It's gonna be really, really hard. I hope for Sender that he just sticks with roaches for now, because if he wants to be aggressive, you don't want to make Hydralisk in this phase. Despite the pretty decent creep spread to defend, of course, Hydras, it's gonna take quite a while before they cross the map. By that time, Colossus are probably out.
It's very probable, as is the robotics bay down? It's not. There is no robotics bay, so it's just going to be Stalker Immortal.
I was kidding, man. It's called sarcasm.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad, bro.
They're not actually out all that quick.
I was distracted by Kylie adjusting my microphone. As Sin is starting to move a little bit. He's caught these 3 Zealots up at the top half of the map. Deals with them pretty ceremoniously.
What I'm most worried about for Todd right now is, if you want to defend this base, that's completely fine, but you're going to need a lot of sentries, and Belshire Beach, unlike Daybreak, is going to be a lot harder to actually make really good force fields. I mean, Sen is maxed out right now, despite that weird start, despite making 8 Zerglings, he's maxed out before 13 minutes in this game. Yeah, army supply right now, he's almost tripling the army supply of Todd. There's just no way he's going to hold this.
Yes, sir.
Meanwhile, Ben is still getting mic'd up, so for once in my life, I'm going to do a little bit of play-by-play. See Sen splitting up his roaches. He has a ton of roaches. Random force fields going down there by Todd, actually just kind of hurting himself, and there's no way he's going to be able to save this base.
Yeah, that's just one of the difficulties in taking the third on Belshir. It's very hard. I really think you almost have to have Colossi out before you do it. Sin's throwing down his Spire. I sense a big Muta switch if he even needs to lose some units, as he does just push right up into this natural. Okay, force fields by Todd. He is able to repel at least this attack. And yeah, it's just kind of a waiting game right now. Sin just sitting back. Todd's still stuck in here on 2 bases. Sin expanding around the map in the midst of this, while working on that creep spread. He's done an okay job of it so far. Sin still poking around, going to pick off these 2 assimilators outside of Todd's natural, where his third used to be. And maybe Todd has had enough. Maybe he's just going to go for it.
I mean, his army looks a lot better right now than it did before, but he's still lost a lot trying to get that expanded. Senju's going for it though.
Needs a couple more force fields. Those roaches are way too close. Immortal's taking heavy damage. One of them goes down.
Oh, there's a little gap as well, and there's no additional energy. All the roaches streaming through right now.
Yeah, but Todd still able